Well, welcome back to the shed, and got a slightly unusual thing here. Now, this is an old Philips piano key auto changer, and all the ones I've seen really have been part of a little tabletop radiogram or just a record player with built-in amplifier, sometimes with the speakers in the lid like the Boots audio one, which was also made as a Philips just to be confusing. But all those decks, they were made in Holland. It says so on the little motor board. But this one is made in Germany. It would have been West Germany in those days, of course. And I have seen, now I think about it, this deck installed in Grundig stereograms of around that time. You're looking at late 60s, early 1970s for this. So I suppose it's not too surprising that they had a factory somewhere in Germany that knocked these out on behalf of Grundig, though this one's clearly badged as Philips. Now when I switched this on, there was a tremendous rumbling noise, and I did wonder whether I should have had that chicken for lunch, or perhaps there might be a steamroller coming. But no, nothing of the sort. What it was the idler gear that drives the turntable had a little tiny flat on it. I suspect that the motor platter may have been stalled at some point, and the motor kept on trying to pull, and it wore a little tiny groove. So of course, having freed it all off, every time it went round once, bump, 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 bump. So they're a bit of a pig to get off as well, because it's hidden away below here and not exactly easy, unlike the ones that have it all under the turntable where it's easy to get at. But get it off I did, and put it on a piece of 2mm rod I've got, clamped it with some nylon gears, and then span it in the pillar drill at great speed, and using some very fine wet and dry paper I've managed to eradicate the bump, and as you can see, it's turning smoothly and more or less quietly. It's a heck of a lot better than it was. I can't even hear it going bump, 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 because it simply isn't. I looked at it closely through a magnifying glass. The hum in the background, by the way, is my fan heater. It's been pretty cold round about here for the last few days. But spring is coming, the daffs are coming, snowdrops, so all told, yeah, we might see some decent temperatures soon. Now this hasn't got the usual built-in amplifier. It's got the usual piano key auto changer controls, yes, and the lead goes to the amplifier with the inevitable 5-pin DIN plug on the other end of it, and I've plugged it into this old N2400 up here to use as an amplifier. And the sound from these GP 200 or 300 or AG 3306, I think they were, cartridges, is actually very nice indeed. They sound as good as a Sonotone one did, certainly better than a BSR, and so I'm told they're kinder to your records. The only thing I haven't got here is the long spindle to allow you to use it as an auto changer. I've only got the little stubby one, but I suppose that's not too much of a nuisance. And there you are, not a bad sound at all. Very pleasant, warm, sort of typical vintage bass. And after a bit of a TLC and tinkering, even switches off as it ought to. So there you are, a slightly unusual piece. The casing is nearly all made of plastic, with just the usual Phillips brushed metal finish on top. But the lid, oddly enough, says Boots on it. So whether these were sold by Boots or whether it came off one of those things with the speakers in the lid, I don't know. That's how it came from eBay. And it only cost a song, really. So, yes, good result all round. Anyway, getting time for supper, so we'll see you soon and take care.